In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was empty, without landforms. It was covered with vast darkness. The Spirit of God was moving on the waters. "Let there be light," God said, and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and separated it from the darkness. He called the light day, and the darkness night. Evening came, morning came, and the first day came. God commanded, "Let there be a dome in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters." And so it was. God made the firmament. He separated the waters under the dome from the waters above it. He called the dome sky. Evening came, morning came, and the second day came. God commanded, "Let the waters under the sky be gathered into one place, and let dry land appear." And so it was. He called the dry land the land, and the gathered waters the sea. God saw that this was good. God said, "Let the earth produce plants, herbs that produce seed, and fruit trees according to their kind, whose seed is in their fruit." And it was so. The earth produced plants, herbs that produce seed according to their kind, and fruit trees whose seed is in their fruit. God saw that it was good. Evening came and morning came, and there was a third day. God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament to distinguish day from night, and to illuminate the earth. Let them show the signs, the seasons, the days, the years." And so it was. God made the two great lights in the stars, the greater to rule the day, and the lesser to rule the night. He placed them in the firmament to lighten the earth, to rule day and night, to separate light from darkness. God saw that it was good, and there was evening, and there was morning, and there was a fourth day. God commanded, "Let the waters overflow with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth and in the sky." God created the great sea monsters, the creatures that swarmed in the waters, and various flying creatures. He saw that this was good. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the seas, and let there be many birds on the earth." Evening came and morning came, and there was a fifth day. God commanded, saying, "Let the earth bring forth all kinds of living creatures, domestic and wild animals, and creeping things." And so it was. God made all kinds of wild animals, domestic animals, and reptiles. He saw that this was good. God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, in our likeness, to rule over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the sky, and over the domestic animals, and over the creeping things, and over all the earth." God created man in his image. In the image of God he created him. He created them male and female. He blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living creature that moves on the earth. Here, I give you every herb that bears seed on the earth, and every fruit tree whose seed is in its fruit. It will be food for you. I give you the green herbs, for food for the wild animals, for the birds of the air, for the creeping things, for all the animals that breathe." And so it happened. God looked at his creation and saw that everything was very good. Evening came, morning came, and the sixth day came. Heaven and earth were completed in all their elements. On the seventh day, God finished what he was doing. On that day, he rested from his work. He blessed the seventh day. He set it apart as a holy day. For on that day, God rested from all the work he had done and created. The story of the creation of heaven and earth. When the Lord God created the heavens and the earth, not even a wild seedling or a blade of grass grew on the earth. For the Lord God had not yet sent rain on the earth. There was no man to till the ground. The vapor that rose up from the ground watered all the land. The Lord God formed Adam from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. So Adam became a living being. The Lord God planted a garden in the east, in Eden. There he put Adam whom he had made. In the garden, he planted all kinds of beautiful trees that bore good fruit. In the middle of the garden was the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river came out of Eden and watered the garden and divided into 4 branches. The name of the first river is Pishon. It flows along the borders of Havilah, where there are springs of gold. There is good gold, resin, and onyx. The name of the second river is Gihon, which flows along the borders of Cush. The third river is called the Tigris, which flows east of Assyria. The fourth river is called the Euphrates. The Lord God put Adam in the Garden of Eden to tend it and to cultivate it. You may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, he commanded him, but do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for the day you eat of it, you will surely die. Then he said, "It is not good for Adam to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." The Lord God had made all the animals of the earth and the birds of the sky out of the ground. He brought them to Adam to see what he would call them. Whatever Adam named each one, that is what the creature was called. Adam named all the domestic and wild animals and the birds of the air, but no suitable helper was found for him. The Lord God gave Adam a deep sleep. While Adam was sleeping, the Lord God took one of his ribs and covered it with flesh. And from the rib which he had taken from Adam, he made a woman and brought her to Adam. "Adam, here, this is bone taken from my bones. It is meat taken from my flesh." He said, "She will be called woman, for she was taken from him." Therefore, the man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Both Adam and his wife were naked and did not yet know shame. The snake was the most cunning of all the wild animals that the Lord God had made. Did God really say, "Do not eat the fruit of any of the trees in the garden"? The serpent asked the woman, "We can eat the fruit of the trees in the garden." The woman replied, "But God said, 'Do not eat the fruit of the tree in the middle of the garden or touch it, or you will die.'" "You will certainly not die," said the serpent, "for God knows that when you eat of the fruit of that tree your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The woman saw that the tree was beautiful, the fruit good for eating and attractive for gaining wisdom. She plucked the fruit and ate it. She gave it to her husband who was with her, and he ate it too. Both of their eyes were opened. They realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves and made themselves aprons. Then they heard the voice of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. They fled from him and hid themselves among the trees. The Lord God called to Adam, "Where are you?" Adam said, "I was afraid when I heard your voice in the garden. I was naked, so I hid myself." "Who told you that you were naked?" asked the Lord God. "Did you eat from the tree whose fruit I told you not to eat?" Adam answered, "The woman whom you put with me gave me the fruit of the tree, and I ate it." And the Lord God said to her, "What is this that you have done?" The woman answered, "The serpent deceived me, so I ate." Then the Lord God said to the serpent, "For what you've done, all domestic and wild animals, you will be the most damned. He will crawl on his belly, you will eat dirt all the days of your life. And you and the woman, and her seed and your seed, I will turn you against each other. His offspring will crush your head. You will strike his heel." The Lord God to the woman, "When I was giving birth to a child, I will make you suffer a lot." He said, "You will give birth in pain. You will desire your husband, he will rule over you." The Lord God to Adam, "I'm sorry for listening to your wife, for eating from the tree whose fruit I told you not to eat. The land is cursed because of you. You will not find food without a lifetime of labor. The earth will give you thorns and bushes. You'll eat weeds. Until you return to the land, you will earn your bread by the sweat of your brow. Because you are earth, created from earth, and to dust you will return. Adam named his wife Eve, for she was the mother of all people. The Lord God made clothes of skins for Adam and his wife and clothed them. Then he said, Adam has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. He said, he must not be allowed to reach out to the tree of life and take fruit from it, nor eat of it and become immortal. So the Lord God took Adam out of the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he had been created. He drove him out, and to guard the way to the tree of life, he set cherubim east of the Garden of Eden, and a flaming sword that turned every way.